I've been thinking about this DIY for the longest, and like I was just like, could it work? Will it work? I don't know. Guys, welcome in and welcome back to my channel, Home of Chisty T. Today we are jumping right on into our project of turning this coffee table into a beautiful pedestal table, and let's get into it. First things first, you are seeing me go ahead and remove all of the existing hardware from the previous legs for this coffee table. Now I am considering reusing these legs for another project, but I'm not sure just yet. But this is its pedestal table. Well, this is a coffee table that I did pick up from Facebook classifieds for I think about $20, and I've had it in my home for the longest as my existing coffee table, but I did recently get a new coffee table that I also found for $20 on Facebook. But I really wanted to do something really cool with this table, and I have wanted to do something with it for a while, so today we're going to be doing that. So I hope you enjoy today's video. So now we got all of the legs are off, and I think I might do one more step today, but I just wanted to show you guys that all the legs off. They were super easy to disassemble. They were like hex screw and bolt kind of situation in here. And so I have specifically what I want to show you is that this wood board, it's nice and long, and what I'm doing to get the base for the coffee table turned dining table, conversation table thing that I'm making, that you guys already saw the first part of, but I want to show you is that like I needed to cut 2 rounds to make the pedestal portion of it, so the base, and it needed to be pretty big so that the table can hold its own weight and be like super sturdy. I try to make my DIYs as functional as possible, and I really want to be able to use this dining table slash conversation table, whether that's in my new office or in our dining area, because it's just us two. So to get that shape, I was like, what do I have that's that shape? And I realized I had this left over, which I'm actually getting rid of, trying to find someone to give that to. If not, I'm going to go drop it off at the thrift store. So I was like, whoa, this is actually the perfect size shape for the circle that I wanted to use. The other shape that I was considering was this one. So this is the other shape that I was considering. I hope you guys can see it. It's like an oval octagonal shape, and I thought it would be really pretty too as a base, like with this complementary to the circle shape. However, I decided that the circle would just be like overall well-rounded to the idea that I have in mind. So we decided on the circle shape. So as you can see, let me turn the camera around. So as you can see, I've already go ahead and draw the first circle, and I literally just like clamped this piece here to my board and then like traced it accordingly. So I always highly recommend that if you have something in a circle shape to use that as your template. And I'm just gonna trace it again because I needed 2 pieces. I do have another one of these long pieces of wood which I might use to make a third one, but we'll see. Or even just like do a whole, I just had another idea. Anywho, we're not gonna talk about it right now, but I'm gonna trace this other circle on here, and then we are gonna go outside and get to the cutting process because I need to cut these circle rounds and some other things for my other DIYs that I'm working on. So it's all gonna get cut today. Today is cutting day, and let's roll.
I just wanna have fun, clap my hands, turn around now and dance, dance, dance. I just wanna have fun, clap my hands, turn around now and dance, dance, dance. I just wanna clap, clap, turn around, dance, dance. I just wanna clap, clap, turn around, dance, dance. I just wanna clap, clap, turn around, dance, dance. I just wanna clap, clap, turn around, dance, dance. I just wanna have fun, turn around now. I just wanna have fun, turn around now. I just wanna turn around, dance, dance, dance. I just wanna now and turn around now. I just wanna
And there we have it, 2 beautiful wooden rounds ready to go. But for now, I am going to rest. That is all for today. So after taking the proper measurements, I did put the tabletop on top of this to see if it would be okay with the plate and then all of the measurements to line up to the appropriate table height length. That wasn't working, so I went ahead and took those braces off and just left the legs themselves to connect to the plate. And then I decided I'm just going to attach the tabletop to the second plate, which you'll see here. And that just made it to be the perfect tabletop height, which I believe is like 26 or 29 inches. You just want to make sure that you can sit comfortably at this table and not have it too high. So this worked out perfectly for me, as again I will be leaving all the measurements linked down below for you guys, but keep in mind this will be according to your specific table and your desired needs as well. So now everything is attached. I did attach mine using 2 flush mount screws from top and bottom, and then to attach the other 4 legs I used pocket hole screws with my Craig jig. I'll be leaving those linked down below so that you guys can pick those up if you wanted to use those for this project. But it is not necessary. You could easily just go ahead and flush mount all of your screws like the one that you see pictured in the center of my table. I did in fact use 5 legs, one being the center, which is going to add that extra stability. You want to make sure that this is leveled and very stable so that your table doesn't fall. And yeah. Alright, so when I tell you my room is in absolute shambles, it is in absolute shambles. There is stuff everywhere. My room hasn't been this junky in forever, but I'm gonna clean it after I finish this project. I will. I got the trash back here. The vacuum is still right there waiting for me to vacuum my room, but here we are, fresh from the store. Let me prop you guys up. Ignore my background because I'm not cleaning it right now. We are full DIYing right here. Okay. All the things are on the floor, literally all the things. Okay, so we're back from the store. I just showed you guys what I went to pick up. Now, long term, will this hold up? I'm not 100% sure. I can't just tell you that it will because I haven't used it long term. But I think they normally maybe use this for like roofing or something. And it's literally just plastic. I'm scratching it. It's like right here. Without moving it because you guys are sitting on top of the roll itself, and it was really cheap, so I'll insert pictures of it. I've been thinking about this DIY for the longest, and like I was just like could it work? Will it work? I don't know. But so now that like it's really coming into fruition, I have it slightly wrapped around the base right now, just looking at it. And I'm so excited to see how this turns out because I hope it turns out well, because otherwise like I just wasted. This is the only thing thus far that I have bought for this project, which is a win because once again my whole goal with this was to use things I already have because I'm moving and to like start to try to get rid of that. Now unfortunately I do have this large roll of stuff, but I feel like there's a lot more projects I can do with this. I'm definitely taking it with me and or doing some more DIY projects before I leave, before we move. So look forward to that. But anywho, I'm so excited about this. Let's go ahead and start wrapping this. I'm gonna have to do 2 layers because the highest they had wasn't tall enough to reach the top of my table, but also it was more expensive, so it didn't make sense to buy it at a more expensive rate if I knew I was already gonna have to cut it and do more work to it. So this roll just happened to be the perfect height to be able to cut it in half. So I only have to cut off a few inches to fit to the exact desired height for our table. So let's get into that. Let's roll the clips. Okay. So this is the previously mentioned material that I was talking about. This is normally used for roofing, I believe, or some type of gardening. I'm not 100% sure, but it is plastic and it is going to work perfect for what we're going to do for our table. Now, once again, excuse my floors, but what I had to do was tape two of these sheets together. This is without doing any cutting as far as the vertical length. And I used this extra strength material fabric. You know what type of duct tape I'm talking about, that has like the threads and stuff in it. I used that to tape these together, and I did this all the way down. I'm not 100% sure if this will work long term or not, but I haven't had any issues with it thus far. But once again, this is all just DIY, and then hopefully once we get back to the States, I'll be able to purchase pole wrap and replace this plastic with that. But this is a really great temporary fix until then, and it will give you that exact beautiful fluted style. Just go ahead and call me Brenda the Builder, because ma'am, look at that seam. Perfect. Now I will just need to trim off the top to get this like little edge off. But guys, look at that fluted detail. You can't tell me that don't look stunning for it to be plastic. Okay, the plastic table, is that what we're gonna call it? Is that what I'm going to call it? That might be the title. The plastic table. If you're watching this now, then you know what it's called. Comment down below. You know, you watched it to this point, you know that I called it the plastic table. But oh my God, look at that stunning, beautiful. She's not glued up yet, but here's the back seam. I'm going to have to trim off like where the connection is right there, because I cut it a little bit too long on that side. But other than that, she's gonna connect right there. I got a piece of tape right there in the clips. Whoo! Okay. All right, so I just finished cutting off the entire lip off the table. That was the extra overhang, which is no problem, but please be careful. My blade chipped and broke and like popped off in the air while I was cutting. So please exercise all kinds of caution when cutting this. Even consider using some other type of tool. I was going to use my X-Acto knife, but I couldn't find it, so this is the closest, sharpest thing I had. I didn't want to break out my tools for this, but here's the chip here. This is the little chip. It popped off in the air. Thankfully, I have my actual glasses on. Like, cause I'm blind, but if I hadn't, I would have definitely got cut in the eye or cut in my face. Mere eye gouging situation. The table is coming along great. We have all the pieces attached. As you saw, I did attach with the hot glue instead of the super glue. I literally put the super glue on. The package said 10 seconds. I held it for longer, 10 seconds, and it still did not burn. So I just went in with my Gorilla Glue hot glue, which is perfect for plastic, woods, metal, ceramics, all of that kind of stuff. And it held it very well. Like, it's on there nice and strong. There were several times where I thought it was gonna burn through the plastic. If you don't have the orange Gorilla Glue hot glue gun, it has high and low settings, which the glue that it comes with, the glue sticks that it come with, say it's perfect for like different kinds of materials, including plastic and wood, which is why I used it. So now we're going to go ahead and clean this down really well, and then we're gonna put on a coat of this spray paint that I picked up yesterday, because obviously we're gonna be spray painting plastic or painting plastic. So this here is what I found out in town that works as a primer for plastics, glass, metal, laminate, any of those things that you normally can't just like paint regularly. So this is a multi-purpose primer paint. It said it's good for what we're doing today, so we're about to test and see. Once I wipe everything down, I'm going to take this outside, obviously without spray painting my counts. And then once we have this on and it's dry, then we will go in with the actual spray paint and see how everything looks. Alright guys, so that is going to be all for today's video. I really do hope that you enjoyed this project. I enjoyed how it turned out. Comment down below if you would have done anything differently, or if you do decide to try this project, please don't forget to share it with me over on Instagram at @homeofchisty T. And I will see you guys in next week's video. Bye!